What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So we're gonna go over rifle stuff right now, or carbine stuff, however you want to call it. We're gonna go over this specific build here. Has a Bravo company kind of vertical. They call it a vertical grip. It's kind of got a little bit of an angle to it. So we're gonna go over how to purchase, a rifle or a carbine, and present on target, and how you should kind of go through that. Again, it's all kind of basic stuff. I'll be real honest. I was in security and law enforcement for 7 years, so I focused most of my stuff on the handgun because that's what I carried with me all the time. So I know a lot more about handgun than I do rifle. So if you see something in this video you don't necessarily agree with, please leave it in the comment section below. The wind is crazy. We may lose our target again. If you watched the draw video, we're gonna reuse those targets for the rifle. But let's get up into it. So for starters, you may want a sling. The sling is not a deal breaker necessarily for your rifle, especially if you're using it in a defensive application. A lot of times you can just grab your rifle and go. But I do recommend getting a sling because your rifle sling is the equivalent to your handgun holster. So I would recommend that. I really do like these Magpul MS3 slings. One, because they kind of have this little pull tab here, and you can kind of extend the extend the sling if you have to, and then you can kind of have it riding close to the body. I still have mine relatively loose because I do like having some of that tension from the sling. I actually don't have this stock all the way out. Nice. Wasn't paying attention to that. Alright, let's try one more. So that's perfect for me. Again, so your stock placement, if you don't know, it should go in like the L of your forearm. So we'll take this out real quick. So it should go within the L of your forearm. I like to have mine one notch in, just for body armor use, but I also have a weird kind of shaped arm because if I go out one more, it kind of is a little bit tight. So I just go in one from that one. I believe it's, for me, it's the second kind of indention in there. Here we go. We'll put this sling back on here. So that's how you want to set up your rifle. And then if you've got a rifle with a vertical grip, even if it's a straight broom handle grip, this is kind of the grip that I recommend y'all have. Kind of just like this. Again, just like this. And we're not going to go too much into stance in this video. We're going to go over my recommended stance, and that's about it. I'm not going to dive into all the other stances. If y'all want to get into that in the comment section below, y'all can. I don't really care for it. It's, to each their own. I chose this stance because a lot of times we'll have body armor on, so you want to square the body armor up to your target and start engaging. So that's why I prefer a straight on approach as opposed to a bladed approach. But anyways, so there's multiple different ways you can skin this cat. One way, you can just come from low ready, bring it up onto target, you're good. I have to extend the sling for this one, or you can go from high ready, come up onto target, and you're good. And then when you sling your rifle, it depends on kind of what you're doing. If you're done shooting and you just want to kind of let it hang, let it hang. But if you got kind of malfunction or something, I like to twist the rifle out of the way, out of my workspace. That way I can get onto my handgun and start putting it in work. So there's that. I know you'll see Wolf on this channel. He'll be holding the rifle in this position here. Again, I don't recommend it. It's not what I find comfortable, but that is a old way of teaching back in the Army, back in like 2008. But yeah, so again, there's the low ready here. Kind of want to have your stock kind of already prepped in position here, and you'll kind of just hold it out in front of you like this, and then you'll bring your shooting hand up, Then once you're ready to go to town, you'll flip it off safe, put rounds on target, flip it back on safe, then let it hang. Or if you have to, you could just kind of leave it here. That way you're still in position, ready to go. Now I prefer this because my sling does most of the work. I prefer to be at low ready. There are instances where high ready is important. You can still kind of let the sling do its work. It's just kind of weird. But high ready, you want to kind of have between your hip and your rib cage, and that kind of area. For me, it just kind of works better on my rib cage. And then you'll present the rifle and come up on target. Now, efficiency of movement is the key here. This shirt kind of gets caught on the rubber pad of this stock, but then you just want to kind of bring it up right into the pocket. If you don't have that option, you can always punch the gun out and then bring it back into your target. Bring it back into your shoulder. It's not the most ideal way to do it, but it is an option, which is part of the reason why I like going with the low ready, because you're already in position here, and then you can bring it up on target. Now, there's a place for everything, so even though I prefer to do low ready on the range, doesn't mean low ready is going to always be important. Let's say you're working in a team environment and you've got somebody in front of you. You may not want it down like on the ground low ready, where it can kind of sweep everybody else's legs. Now, granted, when you've got the rifle slung, you will probably most likely be sweeping your own legs. So again, it's okay to shoot your buddy, or it's okay. Let me rephrase that. It's okay to shoot your own legs, but you can't shoot your buddy's legs. Kind of like it's okay to pick your own nose, you just can't pick your buddy's nose. You know, it's kind of playing into that, right? But yeah, so low ready is where I prefer to be, and we are here at 7 yards. So about 7 yards. I don't have an actual like measuring point, so I just kind of stepped it out. So we may be a little bit more, a little bit less. We'll see, but we're gonna kind of demonstrate both kind of angles of approach. Alright guys, so now we're gonna go into the live fire portion of this video. We're gonna demonstrate, well, I don't know why I keep saying we, I'm gonna demonstrate, but anyways, I'm gonna demonstrate kind of, you know, the low ready, high ready, and kind of go from there. So we're gonna demonstrate low ready first, like this. Firearm on safe, flip it up, off safe, put your 2 rounds on target, come back down. And then from high ready here, again, you want to be kind of in that area between your hip and your rib cage, and drop and put rounds on target. Oh, so we'll go look at the target real quick. All right guys, so as you can see all the 9mm holes from earlier. So we did have a little bit of a height over bore here at 7 yards. That's why all these are impacting a little bit low. I was aiming dead center. We got a little bit of an impact a little bit low, and so those were my 2 shots from low and high ready. So 4 shots total. We're kind of in this area here. I would like to see it kind of up here in this like upper kind of zone right here, but you know, like I said, rifles are not my strong suit, so I always forget to do the height over bore. All right guys, so we're gonna do something a little bit different here. Not exactly sure how it's gonna work out or how it's even gonna like fit into anything, but we're gonna kind of do a transition between targets from high ready to low ready. So we're gonna start here at low ready, and then we're gonna get up on this target, and then we're gonna drop like you're done engaging that guy, and then this guy comes out of nowhere, and then you'll come up, put rounds on target down there. So I don't know kind of how else to, you know, put this into practicality for anybody, but if you've got an idea in your head, you know, keep it to yourself, or you can put it in the comments below. But anyways, so we'll get into it. Starting here. Also, when you pivot to the next target, you don't want to just pivot your upper body. You want to pivot your entire body toward that target. So you do kind of like a half right face. So you're here, and then you're going to half right face and then drop. Because remember, you still want your body armor facing the target. So just keep that in mind. So we'll get into it. was low ready. Now we're gonna do it from high ready. So maybe like you're in a team environment and you're just kind of, you know, going through a building or whatever, and the other guy comes around the corner on you. So engage this first guy, come back down. Oh no. There you go. Kind of like that. We'll go view the target real quick and kind of go from there. All right, guys. So I did aim a little bit higher on this one. I was aiming more up here, and I got a little bit higher on the target where I wanted to be. I had one low boy. I got nothing to say about that one. It was just really low. But high and low ready, I don't, you know, based on you know, which is better, I don't feel like either one is more superior than the other. I just find that one is more easier to use in my application, whereas if you're in a team application, you may want to use the high ready. Let's move on to the next target. All right, guys, so as you can see, because the angle these rounds were coming in at, they kind of tore the target a little differently. So here's the 9mm round holes, and here's our 5.5 holes. They're just, because they were coming in at an angle, they look a little different, but we were still kind of in that, you know, perfect zone for the upper thorax. So I like those. Again, you're going to be hitting body armor on any target right here. So most of the time, if you've got a rifle out, chances are it's an active shooter, or you're going up against a another military force. So your guy may have body armor right here. So for my purposes, I plan to shoot right here in a defensive scenario, but you may find that you may have to, you know, do the to the chest, one to the head, or to the chest, one to the pelvic girdle, depending on your application. I think in law enforcement, if you ran into somebody with body armor on, I would say, you know, to the chest, one to the pelvic girdle. Again, then you can say you were shooting to stop the threat. Now, if you've already hit them in the girdle and you have to put them in the head, then it shows that you made the attempt not to, you know, mortally wound this person. You were just trying to stop the threat. Now, again, that goes into a lot of legal detail that I may not be too keen on, but I know in law enforcement, you're not shooting to kill people, you're shooting to stop the threat. Whereas in a military application, you may want to take this here and be like, hey, look, he's not going down. Let's put one up in the dome piece. And then, you know, you're good. May demonstrate a little bit of a failure drill in this video, just to kind of give it some more length and give it some more filling. Alrighty, guys, so now we're going to do a failure to stop drill. One to the pelvic girdle, one to the head, and kind of go from there. And we'll do it from high and low ready. And we're just going to use this first target here. So starting with low ready, because that's my favorite. And now from high ready. Oh, sorry, I got carried away. Hold on. Oh, I forgot I was doing headshot. All right, let me run it run it once more. Get it right this time. Jeez. All right, here we go. Last round, bolt open. And I won that one. I won it really bad. So there's our headshots. Again, this is where I said I won it. Most of the other ones were within that, you know, nice little zone there. Looks like all of our body shots are pretty good. All of our body shots are in that area. I like it. And then our pelvic girdle shots are down there. Let's just shrink up the tripod real quick. Hold on. I do apologize. All right, there we go. I'll try to edit out that the best I can, but there you go. There's your two pelvic girdle shots. Again, could they be a little bit low? Sure, but if you're getting shot in the dick, you might not want to continue fighting. So take that for what you will.